What's going on? Darnerien McCants, former Washington Redskin wide receiver for the Eagles as well. Basically, an NFL pro wide receiver for 5 years. You may have never heard of me, but that's what I did for 5 years. Started me off on a great life. Now that being said, on a serious note, if you watch some of my other YouTubes and blogs, now my face is kind of frozen because I forgot what it was like to work hard. I forgot what it was like to go through the pain of being an athlete. So, for all you parents, for anybody watching this, all you guys who, hey, I want to go pro, I want to be a pro. Do you really? How dedicated are you to yourself to get yourself to the highest level? Are you willing to go through the pain? Are you willing to endure? Are you willing to persevere? Do you have the passion it takes to push yourself to the next level? Because no matter if I train you, or another pro train you, or somebody else train you, are you willing to push yourself? I can only give you a drill. I can only tell you my experiences. What are you going to do for yourself to get yourself to the next level? What are you doing to be the best? Because you have to understand, I've seen plenty of talent. And I don't want to say it went to waste, but I think it's more of a learning experience for somebody who's ever watching them. Who didn't work hard. Who didn't dedicate themselves to themselves. Forget the game. Forget their team. But in order to be the best at what you're doing, you have to practice. You have to push yourself through the pain. Now, I'm on a challenge right now. I've challenged myself for 13 weeks to go back to being a pro. And that's basically how I used to work out. Now, obviously, I'm a little older. I'm 35 now. I'm no longer 21 and I can just run and jump and do everything like I used to. And then besides, I had 5 years of damage plus college to my body. So things don't always function the way I would like them to. But that doesn't mean I quit. That doesn't mean I slow down. What you have to understand about being a pro, it's a pain that you're going to have to go through mentally and physically. Are you willing to go through that pain? I've had over 10 coaches in the years that I've played. From high school to college to the pros. I've had over 10 coaches. I only played maybe 10 to 12 years total of football. Each year I had to prove myself or prove to somebody that, hey, I can play football. 9 times out of the 10, the reality of it is, from being an older person, I outworked most people. I wasn't really football smart. I didn't understand football until I got to the pros. So what are you willing to do? You say you want to go pro? Do you really? Or are you waiting for your mom to pick you up and, pat you on the back every time you fall down? Oh, well, Mom, I forgot my football helmet. Mom, I forgot my cleats. And I understand everybody doesn't have a mother in certain situations. Everybody's situation is going to be different. But the area I live in and what I grew up around, it's a lot of pacifying. So now, if you live in that kind of environment, when are you going to say, hey, I need to do this for myself? I can't rely on my parents, because you're going to go through high school and college faster than you think. 70% of y'all who play high school football will not play college. 90% of y'all that play college will not go to a professional level. And I can probably say 99 to 97%, because only 0.5% of athletes actually make it to a professional level. So do you really want to go pro? What are you doing to dedicate to yourself? The passion, the perseverance, the pain. Because my abs started hurting. It's cold outside. My calves hurting. I can't breathe. I got snot running down my face. And it all started clicking. This what got me to the next level. Not sitting in the house playing video games. Not smoking. Not drinking. Doing what I was supposed to do. Physically. Getting myself prepared mentally to deal with anything that stepped in my way. I just had to get it off my chest. Because I always get that question, What did you do? What did it take to go pro? Yeah, I have some ability. Genetics plays a major part. I'm 6'3", 3/4, 6'4". That helps. Pretty good athlete. That helps. But I guarantee you the hard work and dedication I had pushed me to the next level. I'll never forget, quick story, and I'm in this because I will keep talking. I'm working out after a workout at college. And two guys walked past and was like, hey, D-Mac, if we had your dedication and work like you, we'd be in the pros. Lo and behold, guess who goes to the pros? Now, ideally, that wasn't what I was trying to do. My whole goal was get out my mama house and never come back. That was my motivation. So what is your motivation? Do you really want to go pro? What is your motivation? Is it the money? Is it the cars, the clothes, the women, the lights, cameras, action? Whatever your motivation is, are you willing to sacrifice for it? Are you willing to dedicate yourself to yourself and be the best? Instead of, hey, well, slow down when you run your sprints, guys. We can't keep up with you. Tell them keep up with you. Tell them run harder. Tell them work harder. You want to see how dedicated your team is? Call them in the off season and say, hey, guys, let's go work out. See how many people show up. Call them on the off day. Say, hey, guys, let's go work out. See how many people show up. And you'll start to realize, maybe I need to work with myself a bit more. You have to understand the purpose of a team. The coach coaches a team. He doesn't coach the individual. The individual has to work on him or herself in order to be the best that they can be. Because each talent pool, each talent level, each skill group will require a different amount of work. Each person will have a different weakness. You have to work on it. Are you willing to work on it? Or do you want to sit in the house, play video games? Do you want to drink soda and eat pizza, smoke and drink every weekend and say, okay, I'll figure it out eventually. And then when you don't make it, you get mad at the world. You mad at it because the coach didn't play you. You should be mad at yourself for not working hard enough, for not outworking the man in front of you. If he's better than you, prove it. Coaches told me, oh yeah, we got some guys coming in here. They run 4.4, 4.3. So what? They can't beat me. Oh, well, McCants, are you running fast enough? Tell your best man, your fastest man to catch me. That was my mentality. If you got these guys so good, tell them to beat me. I played every year I've ever played a sport. Until it came down to the business. And then it's numbers. Oh, it's the numbers. Whatever that means. I played every year. Because my goal was to be the most in shape, talented athlete on the field. Was I the most talented? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. Depends on who's looking, whose observation, and whatever. But you weren't going to outwork me. If you look like you was running faster than me, I'm going to run harder. And if you ran harder and faster, I was going to make sure I did it longer than you could. That was my motivation. So I always stood out, whether I could play or didn't play. I was going to find a way onto the field. I had to prove to myself that I could play at the highest level. Are you willing to do what it takes? At whatever level you are. Pop Warner. Y'all need to start at 8 and 9 years old of understanding I need to get better. How can I get better? And yes, it can start and will start at that early. For if you see certain athletes, oh, well, he's good. He's so good. Because he understands dedication to himself, herself. How, and they have the motivation to want to be the best. To be better than everybody on the field. Because no, the team doesn't go to college. The team doesn't go pro. You have to do something to separate yourself. To be the best. Dedicate to yourself. Whew. Had to get that off my chest. I'm always asked that question. It's hard work. Dedication. Discipline. Doing the right thing because it's the right thing to do. It's hard to be good. Very hard when the world makes it so easy to be bad.